Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1507 of What Shipped to Now, documenting the journey as I transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business, and then back and forth and back and forth. I've got my feet in all kinds of pies these days. My feet, my whole meanness in a lot of different pies. So today we are talking about on Supersize Your Business, a shot in the dark. A wild, unsubstantiated guess at something or an attempt at something that has very little chance of success. Now, if we've started our own business, we believe it's going to succeed or we wouldn't have started it at all. So to grow and supersize and build it, it ought not be a shot in the dark. We don't want to have guessing going on in terms of what we're doing, who we're serving, where we're going. Yet a lot of business owners, that's exactly what they're doing. I've been guilty of that in the past as well. Guessing what customers I want to serve, guessing what market I want to serve, guessing what direction my marketing or my sales or my product development should go in. And I learned a long time ago that guessing doesn't get the job done. We have to actually do some research and homework. One of the biggest areas I find that people have skipped over when they decide they want to go into a certain business is any research into that business, any analysis of how they're going to be different, how they're going to serve people, what they're going to offer, who they're going to serve. And if any of those components are missing, it leaves gaps and holes and inconsistencies as you're growing and supersizing your business. As we hit each different milestone in growing and building our business, we have a whole new set of processes and systems and problems that we need to solve. It's just the nature of anything. As we as people grow and develop, I mean, when you're a baby, you have different challenges and things you need to do to become an adolescent, to become a young adult, to become an adult, to become a grandma or grandpa or an older person or a wiser person. The same is true in every area and aspect of our life, especially when we're growing and building our business. We have to go through different stages and steps, and there's different milestones that we hit and different challenges that we overcome and learn from at each of the different levels. Business is no different. So we don't want to be guessing at it if we want to succeed. We don't want to be guessing at our life if we want to succeed. We want to be making choices and decisions that feel right for us. So I was trying to tell a story today as part of that. And let's just say from a communication standpoint, I have a long way to go when it comes to telling stories and sharing stories and how they impact other people. I've never seen myself as a storyteller. And so it's something I definitely need to work on and develop in the next few months. It's just, I've known for a long time that stories are very important and they help people to understand the message. So it's something I have to make a concerted effort to work on. Maybe I'll take a course. Maybe I'll get a coach. Maybe going through that for the SOAP framework in our annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge. Today we were talking about the A in the SOAP framework. The SOAP framework is a framework that we use to deal with any challenge or change that comes our way. Started teaching it in April of, probably March, but in April of 2020 when the pandemic hit and everybody was crazy. Did it every other month for 2020 and 2021. Last December was the last month, 30 plus day one I did. And then decided that I would roll it into, instead of doing it like every other month in 2022, I would just roll it into the annual challenge. So I'm sharing it, and we're doing it every month. We're taking 5 days out of the month, and 5 days in a row, we're going deep into one area or aspect of our life based on the life framework that I've used for 40 plus years. Well, maybe not 40 plus years, probably definitely, well, I'm thinking too much about this. Definitely decades, we could say that. And that's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, and contribution. Learned it from Tony Robbins in the late 70s, early 80s, and have used that framework ever since. Why? Because it worked. It felt good to me. It was easy to do. I could set my goals and objectives based on that framework. So I'd have some physical goals, some mental goals, some emotional goals, some spiritual goals. And so I normally didn't let an area of my life slip all the way behind. Now, I will admit that in my 30s and 40s, I let a whole lot of areas of my life slip because I was busy running through my life, doing all the things that I thought I should do and helping other people instead of realizing that if I don't keep my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health and well-being in mind, it can all fall apart. It's like a house of cards, right? We're not building on a solid foundation. So I learned the things when I was younger, did them when I was younger, had my levels of success. Then as I was doing different businesses, I was applying these things in my businesses, but I wasn't applying them in my personal life. And in 2010, sudden cardiac arrest, dead, gone, fini. Luckily, I went down in a place that the person running the business could help me and do CPR until the emergency people came, yada, 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 big drama. And 12, 13 years later, I guess next year I'll have to have surgery again for my ICD, my internal cardiac device. But that's good because they used to only last 9 years. Now mine's going on 13, 12, 13. So big lesson there is to remember we have to consider all the different areas and aspects of who we are as human beings if we want to grow and develop and have a good life, right? Have a good, and I'm not going to say balance because I think balance is nonsense. I think it's BS. And maybe that's based on my experience because there have been times in my life when I've been pretty cool, pretty peace of mind, pretty balanced, pretty zen. But the majority of my life, not so much, been pretty much chaos. And I think some people lead calm, regular lives, and other people have crazy energy, chaotic lives. And I chose a crazy, chaotic, energetic life because it feels right for me. And I like to be rocking and rolling and moving and having energy. So today we talked about the A, which is analyzing alternatives, because we, in the O, we look at different possible options. We picked 10 of those and 3 for this month's options tool. And then today we talked about the tool head, heart, and intuition. And of course I already put that away, but we analyzed the 3 alternatives we chose, thinking about our head, thinking intellectually, our heart, how do we feel about it? What do our emotions say? And then intuitively, because I have found personally in my life, and I could tell you stories, and I could actually go into stories of when I have not listened to my intuition and what's happened. And the biggest challenges and mistakes of my life have come out of me ignoring my gut and my instinct about something and making a choice that went against that, because my head said good and my heart said good. My intuition said, there's something wrong. There's something off here. And I ignored that. And whenever I've 100% ignored that niggling and haven't dug further to find out more information, it has turned out to be some of the most stressful, challenging times and experiences that I have lived through. But I've lived through them all. So obviously I needed to have those lessons. So mental action today, a shot in the dark, wild ass guesses, I call it. I like to not make wild ass guesses anymore. Although sometimes I make wild ass guesses when I decide what I want to do next. And then I follow that guess up with research to determine if I'm really going to spend my time and energy on that or not. If I'm going to go on a trip or on a vacation somewhere, I'm not just going to wing it and go. I'm going to research it a little bit, look into what are things to see and do there, what are places to, where am I going to stay, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When am I going to go? When's the best time to go? I always check what's the weather like there, because who wants to go into a monsoon or something, et cetera. All right, so that I've been spending the last couple of days with my amazing granddaughters. So today I have a whole bunch of catch-up stuff to do and a whole bunch of people to touch base with. Otherwise, if you have a challenge or a question and you're stuck and you don't know what to do, I want to be that resource. And some days I offer it, some days I don't. Today I'll offer it because I'm doing catch-up and other things, and I will have little pockets of time. If you need just somebody to bounce an idea off of or ask a question of, anything related to business, for the most part, hit me up. Unless it's crypto or what's the new NFT stuff, I'm not your person, but I can help you know what you need to do next. It's kind of my thing. In 5 minutes or less, I can help anybody know what to do next. And guess what? It's not because I'm amazing. It's because you're amazing and you really already know what to do. You just need somebody that will ask you the questions and dig and help you see that you know what to do. All right, that's all I've got today. Have an awesome day. If I can help you, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow just to let you know what am I doing in the world of business and sort of in the world of life these days. All right, have a great day.